Hi everyone, I'm Fuuldrin, and today I am going to comment another video about the IS-7. I previously commented the IS-7 on Erlenberg, and during that game I was playing very aggressively, but in this one I will be playing it more in the traditional way, which means defensively and to hold the flank against several opponents. The IS-7 is a tier 10 heavy Russian tank. It has an exceptional frontal armor, which means that if you can hide the lower glacis, you will be almost invulnerable. The other weak spot being the little cupola in top of the turret, but it's really hard to target. Even the side armor is quite good, and you'll be able to bounce some enemies that are either unlucky or have low penetration. This overall very good armor means that this tank is quite permissive. You can make 1 or 2 mistakes during the game, you will not die out of it. It's not like a bad shot or any medium that will die very quickly if you make a mistake. This tank can sustain heavy fire from the enemy. And this is why I would recommend it to be one of your first tier 10 if you have doubts about choosing one. Apart from this, the tank has a quite good mobility. For heavy, I mean, it's definitely not as good as a medium, but you will have the possibility to maneuver, not being circled, and relocate if need be. It has a decent gun as well. When I say decent, I mean you have a very good penetration and good damage as well. However, the accuracy is very bad, and you have a horrible aiming time. This is why it's always better to shoot at close targets, or let's say close to mid-range. You're definitely not a sniper. During this game, I have chosen the left part of the map, not only because it's most dangerous and always filled with half of the enemy team, but also because here I have the advantage of the terrain. I am lower than my opponents, which means that my lower glacis is not exposed. I am showing my turret and in some occasions the top part of my hull, which is as well very well protected. So as long as they are not rushing me, I will be protected. There are a lot of opponents in front of me, so it's definitely not a good idea to expose myself and try to trade shots. The strategy is to hold my position and not retreat, because I don't want either to make them believe that I am alone. I am alone, but I want to convince them that I have support and that I am a threat. Like most American tanks, the T-30 has a good turret armor but a weak hull armor, so always try to hit the hull. Even on the higher part, it will still penetrate most of the time. And now this Waffenträger made a mistake by exposing himself too much, and I'm glad he's dead, because he has an autoloader able to deal a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. The M103 is another American tank, so as usual, you shoot the hull and not the turret. The T-95, however, has a very strong armor, so you want to shoot one of the little cupolas on top of his tank, either the left or the right one, it doesn't matter. Those are the only weak spots if you are facing him frontally. And now this medium is the first enemy tank trying to rush me. He has an autoloader, so he's still dangerous and could deal some damage to me. This is why I'm trying to hit the track, but I didn't immobilize him. Obviously he's trying to get to my side and rear, and he was able to penetrate me twice. Now he's in a bad position, immobilized, and his clip is empty. However, I don't want him to escape, so in this situation the best is to stick to him and it will slow him down. I'm really glad he was the only one trying to rush me, because if there would be another tank, I would have taken much more damage. But as you can see, in one-on-one, the IS-7 can handle almost any opponent. I shouldn't have fired here, because he was too angled. Even if his armor was not so great, the angle only was enough to deviate my shell. Now the last two enemies are isolated. Well, the last enemy is isolated here, so I can move up and try to get an angle on him. And I get lucky because I have just his cupola, and that's enough to deal some damage. I wouldn't be as accurate at a long distance. This gun is really meant for short range. Now it's time to help my friend finishing the two last enemies. I was pretty sure I wouldn't have the time to do anything, but I was wrong. I just saw the artillery coming to my direction on my left. I wait for the shot, and I miss. It's always frustrating to be trolled by a bad luck, but it's even worse when it's an artillery showing its flank and now killing one of my teammates. Finally, I feel much better now. My teammate missed, so I can steal the last kill. So that's it, victory. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.